third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited. The third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited. At the third
Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation of the Akim, pushing out the word in truth and sincerity of the hopeful elect around the globe. All right, just wanted to share that quick clip because yes, they try to call it the third world countries. You know, your boy Trump, how he tried to say so-called shithole countries, but these countries are all very rich, especially the lands of where the Israelites have dwelled. You know, that they said that we were nothing but savages and that we had to be pillaged, murdered, and civilized. Well, we had wealth, we had resources, all right? But just according to prophecy and us angering the Heavenly Father, which is more proof who the real Israelites are, is why our countries have been robbed, murdered, pillaged, and taken over. All right? Psalms 49 and 11 reads, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names." And that's why we have this continent of Central, North, South America, called after America, after Amerigo Vespucci. We have Africa, so-called Africa, named after Scipio Africanus, okay, which are again all so-called white men, conquerors, colonizers that raped, pillaged, murdered people, the natives of those lands, took them over, okay, stole the resources, and named the lands after their names, okay. But this is all according to Bible prophecy and all signs and wonders to point out who the true Israelites are, okay? Because the whole world is rich because the whole world was made for Israel, his chosen nation. And under those people's rulership, righteous rulership, law, statutes, and commandments, their wisdom in the sight of the nations, as it is written in Deuteronomy 4th chapter and throughout the word, okay, they were going to be able to govern righteously. But because the wicked is in rule, everything is out of whack, the lands have been stolen, the resources depleted, okay, and the heaven and the earth itself is in a state of mourning because of this devil just constantly taking, consuming, destroying, right? And that's in the scriptures. John 10 and 10 says, the thief, all right, who's the thief? Esau, the so-called white man. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right, that's what they do. They steal, kill, and destroy. But the Lord said, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. All right. And that's why the way that we get life and more abundantly is turning to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son and who we really are. All right. Because here we're not meant to prosper. We're meant to be destroyed, okay? Especially going the ways of the other heathen. So that's why, yes, get your daily bread, do what we have to do, you know. You have to show up to work, so be it. You even have to work on the Sabbath, so be it, okay? That's where grace comes in. But know in your mind, body, spirit, what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be navigating. Because if you go the way of these devils, it's going to surely get you destroyed. All right? Let's jump over to the book of Ezra. All right? Ezra 9 and 7. It says, "Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day." Okay, so since the days of our forefathers to this day, we've been in a great trespass. And let's go into the word trespass, meaning from the Hebrew word ashma, means guiltiness, guilt, offense, sin, wrongdoing. All right, who are we wrongdoing? The Heavenly Father. We're doing wrong to Him because we're committing a trespass, an offense. We are guilty of breaking these laws, statutes, and commandments. And only the elect are going to return to this word. All right. So since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day, and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day. All right, confusion, captivity, sword, spoil. We've been depleted of our resources. All right, the word says why these things happen. All right, we're not third world countries, we're not shithole countries. All right, it's just that these devils have been able to rob, murder, and pillage us, the thief, all right, the Bible speaks of, all right, because the Heavenly Father sanctioned it for the sake of us. It's our own damn fault. We were the ones that were going against the Heavenly Father, all right? And now for a little space, grace has been showed from the Lord, our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, all right? This is the Heavenly Father showing grace to give us a remnant to escape. The elect being sealed, and then the only begotten Son coming to save the elect of Israel is the only way that we're going to be redeemed, all right? As a planet, no man shall save us, but this godlike figure, okay, the Son of God, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is going to save his elect, the remnant of his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, West Indians scattered abroad, you are the 12 tribes of Israel, and prophecy and the word and history proves it, okay? Even so-called secular history, even his story shows how we've been robbed, murdered, stolen, taken from our lands. Okay, and that all correlates in the word, and it's a sign unto who are the true Israelites of the Bible. Okay, and Deuteronomy 28, all right, the solidifies that we go into it all the time. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst. All right, when you hungry, you got to work for this man. You thirsty, you got to work for this man. You want food, raiment, clothes, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Okay, and that's exactly what happened when these devils got to these coasts. All right, to the Isla of Hispaniola, so-called the island of Hispaniola, which now better known as Dominican Republic. All right, they made port there on the west side of the world and proceeded to rape, rob, murder, pillage, and steal the rest of the lands. All right, and this is all prophecy because our people went off. So he sent the Heavenly Father, being true to his word and not being a liar, he sent forth that fierce nation who we did not understand, swift as the eagle, to mow us down and destroy us. All right, put us in a yoke of iron. All right, put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. You Google yoke of iron, who comes up? All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, West Indians, that these devils enslaved. But that's because the Heavenly Father was with them to enslave us and bring us down and to rape and pillage our lands. Okay? So I'm not going to make this too long, just making the point, correlating the scriptures with this clip. All right. And hopefully it's edifying. And we know that the only escape we have is being of that remnant. All right. And that the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son is due to save when he destroys Babylon the Great. This evil empire, this evil, wicked, godless empire that he's set to destroy. Okay. So with that, I pray brothers and a few sisters was edified. Till next time, shalom. All honor, love, glory, praise, and reverence to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.